What's going on? Tennessee baseball drops another series, 8-4 to Arkansas today. This may be the equivalent of just like the post-game video. I'm not planning on staying on here really long. Make sure you hit that like, that share, that subscribe. Your super chats, your super thanks are greatly appreciated along the way. Let's talk about what happened today, and big topic of conversation was Tennessee was going along. We had the Tegan Coons balk. The balk was called today. Then after that, we had, I've still yet to see this. I was traveling back. I was watching the game, and then I was traveling from my destination back to where I'm staying right now. And I did not see the balk. I did not see the curly error. I just got a video of the Coons balk. Now, I've only seen it. I've not seen every view of it. Based on what I've seen, I don't know that I have a problem with it, but that doesn't mean I'm decisive on my opinion on it. Based on everything I've heard on the radio, everything I've heard otherwise, the error afterwards, though, inexcusable. Our middle infield has continued to just absolutely kill us this year. And I don't know what else to say about it, guys, at this point. It is what it is. Yeah, I agree, Kyle. That third inning killed us. Brad Libford says, I turned it off after the grand slam. I would have still liked to have seen him let Coons work out of that. There's nothing at this point in the year that tells me I would rather let Breedlove work than Coons. It just wouldn't. And, it is what it is. Like I said, this thing may not go real long. We'll see, maybe 10, 15 minutes. And we'll see. But Arkansas, you got to give Arkansas the credit. I don't know, man. They've hit. When we've made mistakes this weekend, they've made us pay. We have not made them pay when they've made mistakes. And I just don't think there's a lot we can go on this. I apologize for the phone ringing. We'll talk about that when I'll where we're at. We are where we are, guys. I'm almost with you, Dewey. I'm almost with you on that one. I'm going to have that conversation here in a few minutes. If you heard the phone ring, but we're going to have it. When I've seen the video, I've not had a problem with the balk right now. I do have a problem with the errors, though. This is a Pepsi product, if you will. You guys know I'm full of crap right now. But let's get into this thing tonight. Arkansas 8, Tennessee 4. Hats off to Arkansas. When Coons was pitching, I liked what he was doing. I really did. Now, the walks after the balk and the error, I think that was probably some frustration. Man, he had some pitches that were balls, and they were rightfully balls. But they were, if I were coaching and I was calling the pitches, I would have been happy with those pitch calls, because you're not throwing every strike. You're not throwing every pitch to be a strike. Some of them you're wanting to chase. He threw some nasty pitches that Arkansas just laid off of, and you've got to give him credit for that. He did a good job. I still think Coons did a good job tonight, regardless of what we think of the Balk. Yeah, the walks, that's probably a little bit of the problem, but still, yeah, here we are. And then, and Tony Vitello, I'm glad that they went to him not long after, and he gave his reasoning for going to Breedlove. He said Breedlove got this guy out last night. That's why we went to him. Didn't work out tonight. They went to Breedlove, grand slam. He's out. And then you went Loy, 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 run, 2 walks. He gave up a home run as well. Krenzel did a really good job, 2 2/3, 1 hit. He only gave up 1 run. He did have 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Brandon Arvidsson was awesome tonight. 2 1/3, 4 strikeouts, no walks on the night. He did a phenomenal job. And the bottom line is, from Tennessee did not score from the 7th inning on. They scored 2 runs in the first 2 innings, 1 apiece. And then the 6th inning, they got 2. The bottom line is, this is just a team that they don't face adversity well. They cannot afford, regardless of what we think about the Balk, you can't have a Dean Curley error where the ball goes between his legs. That's where we're at. This middle infield's just not getting the job done. And it's a problem that we've continued to have on and on and on again. It's just amazing that we continue to go on with it. But I will say this too: there's some pitches tonight that I felt did not go both ways on this one. But here's where I feel good. Here's where I feel good tonight. Hoover, it may be one and done. It is what it is. When we get to the regionals, though, we're not facing SEC competition. We're good. We're going to get to at least the super regionals on this. And if we're in one of those brackets, say 2 years ago, where Southern Miss comes out of the Auburn regional and we have to face them, we're good. We'll get to Omaha. I don't think this is a College World Series championship team this year. I'm going to be honest with it. I think there's too many flaws on it. I don't think it's a team that steps up enough. But with that being said, this team doesn't have much room for error. It doesn't have the offense that it had last year. And, you look at the pitching. I think we underestimate how much I don't know, man. It's weird for me to say, because I think there's a trust factor. How many times with Tony Vitello and Drew Beam did we say he should have been pulled and he wasn't? Same with Liam Doyle. Yet some of these younger guys get pulled at the first face of adversity, yet we let older. I can't criticize Vitello for his decisions. I can. It doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong on these. But, we are what we are on it. We are, like I said, we're probably not going to go real long. We got 33 people on here. The last 2 nights, we've had close to 100 or more than that. Thank you guys so much. You guys that are kind of the loyal listeners or whatever, y'all rule, man. Y'all are great. I really appreciate you. Let's break this thing down quickly and let's get out here. Let's get on our Saturday nights. But not a lot to break down tonight, really. 8-4 on it. Keelan 1 for 5. Fisher's on a roll right now. He was 3 for 4. Another home run tonight. Inslee 1 for 5. Bargo went 0 for 5. We had 14 strikeouts tonight. That was a big problem. We did have 9 left on base once again. That was a problem. Curley 1 for 4, Chapman 1 for 4, Clark 0 for 2, had a couple of walks. Peebles 1 for 4, Marin 1 for 2, had a walk, a strikeout as well. Grammer pinch hit late. He was set down on that one. Of course, Antigua, he did come in later on. The bottom line is this team is just not, I don't know what else to say about them right now. It's just a team that's not in the top half of the SEC. It just isn't. And wow. I'm an LSU fan. I think that's better than being a Vol fan. Well, I guess it is at this moment in time. But, you know, as much as LSU fans and others want to discount Vol's opinion, we are the defending national champions. And until it's said otherwise, I don't see this team winning another national championship. But until it's said otherwise, who's to say this Tennessee team couldn't get red hot and do their thing? It's just we'll see where it's at here as well. But yeah, ever since the Texas A&M game, we've not recovered. The Ole Miss game, yeah, we won the Ole Miss series. I still don't know how. I really don't. I'm going to try and hit these comments, get you guys out here onto your Saturday night. I do not. How many times has Inslee hit the ball to shortstop on the weekend? We got lucky to. I don't think they would have turned a double play in the first inning, but it's still been the same place, and I don't know how long. I'm having a sip of my Pepsi there. You guys know it's not a Pepsi, but I'm going to hit all these comments here. Brad switched to watching PGA. Cannot help your opponent. That's what we do. One error. The Curly. Our middle infield. Ross Kivett has got, and maybe he gets overruled on this. I mean, because I've been an advocate for having Ariel Antigua in. He's made as many errors as Curly or whatever. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's positioning. I don't know what the deal is. I really don't. I don't know that I agree the umpires won the game for Arkansas. Now, I do agree there were some discrepancies, but our team just didn't get the job done. Papa J says, my paint's drying, my grass is growing. It's the same thing all week. I get it. No, our team last year, our offense last year was one of the best in college baseball history. Had it not been for the run rules, we would probably set the all-time home runs record for a season. We do. We have enough talent this year. It's just I don't think this team is responding to the pressure. I just don't. And it's whether it's at bat, in the field, pitching, whatever it is, we hit a little bit of adversity, and this team, man, they just don't handle it. And it's tough, man. I thought we did a lot good this weekend. Today was a day, though. I can't say I got out of today. Brandon Arvidsson gave me a lot of confidence. I thought Krenzel did some good things on the day. Loy, again, an inning, a home run. It's been the same story for him. I don't know beyond Fisher's on a roll right now. But other than that, what we are. See what else we got here. Got something that says it was not a balk. Maybe not. I need to watch it more. I've got to watch it more. My first watch of it, because I didn't see it live, was that I've got to watch it more. And we'll see. My first watch of it was a balk. But I've got to watch it again, because I'm not saying right now I'm right on that one. I'm going to watch it again right now, actually. So that's a balk, guys. You have got to step your foot off the mound. That's a balk. You can't keep your foot on the mound in any ways on it. Maybe there's other views of it that proves me wrong based on the one I've seen that was a balk on it. Because when you're throwing the first, if this is the mound, this is your foot, you've got to step off on it. If you're just turning it and you're on the mound, that's a balk on it. Based on everything I've been taught, and that's been going back a long way on it. Again, I'm not saying I'm right on this one. My initial view of it is that was a balk. And again, we'll look at it again. If you're towing the line on it, it's going to be up to the umpire's discrepancy as to whether it is or not. If you're, it's like you're a left-hander and you're in that motion and you're coming up with that knee. If you go just a hair right, that's a balk on it. So, again, I'm not saying I'm right on it, but as of the view I have seen at this point in time, it's a balk on it. I'm just being honest. We will get out of this regional. We will, again, look at what we've done to non-conference competition. We're steamrolled through them. I think that will be the same here as well. We will not, unless maybe we make a run in Hoover along the way, which I don't even know that I care at this point as well. Let me see. I'm going through the comments, and then we'll get us out of here. I really appreciate you guys that tuned in. Pretty much the same cast of characters. Y'all rule. I think Kyle Beach said, I'm going to get to this one. Who do I think will start Wednesday? I would bet Michael Sharman. That would be my guess on it. I can't imagine I don't think this tournament means enough. And I think I'm good with, because you're in that seeding range that, yeah, it'd be great to get home games again, but if you're on the road, whatever, man. Whatever. I just think that Wednesday, I would rest Doyle as much as possible. If Tony Vitello was talking about he's been overused, I'd go Sharman. I would go a midweek game, to be honest, on Wednesday. I go Sharman. I would let maybe I wouldn't have a problem bringing Breedlove back, because I don't think he is an imminent part of the weekend yet. Let him continue to prove himself. Who's some other guys? Banky. If you need Banky, let him pitch. Who didn't pitch? Maybe Franklin. I'd let Franklin continue to build his confidence back, because he's done good things. I like what I saw of Tanner Franklin last night. It was mixed up. He finished off with all speed. His fastball is not in question. It's just a matter of fact, with his fastball, do we throw it too much? I like Tanner Franklin. I like what he brings. I just think we got to mix the pitches up. There's no doubt to me, if we're playing on Wednesday, it's Michael Sharman. There's no doubt to me. I don't move Phillips up. I don't move Doyle up. Could I move Coons up? Possibly. I wouldn't have a problem with moving Tegan Coons up because he didn't throw enough pitches tonight that would rule him out of it. Let's see, he threw 62. It would not bother me at all to throw him again Wednesday, but I would bet Sharman along the way. And then, from there, if we advance, we'll see where it goes. Very inconsistent pitch calls. I had some discrepancies about the pitch calls both ways on the umpiring. I thought the umpiring was inconsistent. We'll see. I should talk about the current season. All right, let's talk about the current season. This team is right now, 41? Let's get to UT Sports as well. I'm really tired of kind of talking about last year, to be honest with you guys. Coming in today, we were 41-15 on it. 6th straight season of 40 wins, not counting the COVID year, and that team was loaded as well. They were off to a really good start. This team this year is 29-9 at home, 9-6 away from home, 3-0 on neutral games. This may not include, I'm guessing it doesn't conclude. No, it does, according to utsports.com. That is where we're at, 16-14 in conference. And, we'll roll from there on it. It was inconsistent, started out good. But I think a part of that, we faced a good Alabama team. We hit them while we were hot. We faced a Florida team that was not playing their best. We faced the South Carolina team that sucks. There's no way they proceed with what they did. I really thought last offseason with South Carolina, they should have went a guy like Josh Elander. Their fans wanted Elander. They went the South Carolina way, as they do in most sports, and went the older veteran guy. He's been a disaster. I wish Ethan Petrie would hit the portal and we could have gotten him in here. But, it's just not been our year. Again, my comparison the entire time, even preseason, was I thought this would be close to 2023. I'm still betting we're not done right now. I'll tell you when I give up on this team. The moment I give up on this team is when we're actually done and eliminated. I still think we got life in us. I still think there's there's the potential. Yes, there are the red flags, all these things, but I'm still confident. We're not facing SEC teams in the regionals. I don't give a shit what happens in Hoover. The only reason I began to care last year was because of the circumstances. Mississippi State got mouthy. I didn't want to lose to them. I didn't want to lose to Vanderbilt twice, and then you get to the championship, you might as well win it. Is what it is. If Mississippi State had just played baseball, taken care of business, not said a word, I would have had no problem if they would have put us out last year. But once they got cocky and ran their mouths, and I'm not saying Tennessee doesn't do the same. All right, that's just a matter of the circumstances. When a team gets cocky, you don't want them to get the last word. If you have pride, anyway. This team, though, they are what they are. You look at the lineup. This is, I hope, my last comparison to last year. That lineup was so far. The fact that I had people this is why I continue to compare it, because I said in the preseason, this is not going to be as good of a lineup as last year. It's not going to be close. People trying to tell me it's going to be close. And then when we rolled through this non-conference schedule. Oh, is this lineup better than last year's? No, it never was going to be. I don't know what else to say on that. Just trust old Frank. Just trust old Frank in terms of baseball, in terms of the lineups. Not always right. Not always wrong. Definitely not always wrong. Not always right. But last year's lineup was, and you think of how good 2022 was, the 2024 lineup was even better. It was even better along the way. It was going to be hard to replicate that one. And we're not done yet, though. We are not done yet. It's been a really frustrating last month, month and a half. We're not done, guys. Hold the faith. Keep questioning. Keep going on. But my confidence is I know Tony Vitello and his staff, they're working. I don't agree with every decision. I think we look, I had somebody I know that said, well, these guys, they get to this point, they all know fundamentals. That's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit, because you look at the Atlanta Braves for years. Now, if you're a Braves fan, Ron Washington when he was there, how many videos were out of him working with infields on where he's hitting just those ground balls on it? They got to the All-Star game. The Braves coaching staff is coaching the NL All-Stars. Pete Alonso comes over to Ron Washington and wants him to hit him those grounders. You never stop teaching along the way. If you're one of those, you think that once a guy, because he's a 5-star, a 4-star prospect, he gets to college, he knows it all at that point. If you think that, you need to set it out along the way. I'll tell you that. I don't think Tony Vitello or anyone on this staff quits coaching or teaching these guys. Good coaches never stop teaching along the way. If you're one, you think that, oh, these guys know it all when they get there, why the hell do we have coaches then? I got to catch myself so mom doesn't get disappointed in me. What's the point? What's the point of having coaches if these guys know it all? They can do everything along the way. They can field, they can hit. They don't need any instruction along the way. That's the stupidest stuff I've ever heard, for people to tell me these guys know it all. They know how to play when they get there. There's not much more you can do for them. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Nobody in the chat, by the way, who's a regular listener has said that. I have other messages that go on that tell me that. I have a pretty intelligent chat as far as baseball. We all don't always agree, but I feel that that's what I love about this channel. The people who listen regularly and comment regularly are pretty up to date on everything. We have a pretty smart base on this channel. We're pretty level-headed. Sometimes we all, including myself, overreact, but it's a pretty intelligent channel. That's what I like about this group on here. Y'all are awesome, man. Real good group of people on here. And I'm on a tangent right now, but let me see where we're at here. I said I was going to get out of here. Well, we're about 30 minutes. David, what's up, brother? I like seeing Peoples. Peoples has done a good job. I know Peoples at the plate, but we're going to see where it's at here. I don't know. Some of you I'm getting through the comments. Let me look at the Balk again. I got to look again. Like I said, maybe I'm wrong here. My interpretation of a Balk Back heel going up, guys, does not say the foot has to come off the rubber. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it on this. I would be glad to be wrong. The back heel coming up does not. That's a balk, guys. I am sorry. I know a lot of you are getting pissed with me. I know the person that texts me the picture of it is going to be really pissed with me, but the back heel coming up does not. It's the front that's going to be the key on that. That, by my view, is a balk on it. Because everything you said, again, you're here. You got to come off of it. All right? So the back heel comes up and I'm here. Look at it. That's a balk. All right? It has to come off of that. Here's the pitching mound. If you just come up here and you're still on it, that's a balk. All right? I can tell you this I coached at one of the best programs in South Carolina. One of the best coaches I've coached with where I was a pick machine. Excellent. Picks that we don't see in college. We had some picks there where it was very specific on you had to be off of that mound. You've got to either be here or it's got to be. I'm not saying I'm right on this, all right? Maybe he was off, but that back heel coming off does not indicate that you're off of that mound. You have to be off of it. And again, we'll all agree to disagree. I'm not saying I'm right on this one. I've got to see more angles of it. The one angle I've seen, I think it's a balk, but I would like to see more angles of it, and I would love to be proven wrong on this one. So I'm not sitting here saying that that I'm not totally right, but the one I've seen, I don't see where the toe is off the mound. But I say that saying that I could be wrong as well. We can all. The bottom line to me is after that we had an error, and it all went to shit after that. All right, let's call it what it is here as well. So in the event of that, you guys all know that come in here, we can disagree, and man, y'all still rule though. You make me coming live and having this channel worth it. Whether we agree or whether we disagree, we can sit here and debate on it all day long. And again, on that balk, I don't really want to spend a lot of time on it. I'm just looking at one view, and you all probably seen more views than I have on it because I've only seen one. So I've only seen the view from the body. Like if you guys are looking at me now, that's the only view I've seen of it. If there were more, maybe it was better than what I've seen. So I can't sit here and debate and anything all day. The only view I've seen, I don't have a problem with it, but I'll leave that open to interpretation as well. Here's the bottom line, guys. We're all Tennessee fans here as well. We all love Tennessee. It is what it is. This is the Tennessee baseball channel. It's the Tennessee baseball community. We all you guys are tuning in right now are avid. Every name I've seen here, for the most part, I saw a year last year when the channel was probably half the size of it. We're still going to roll on, man. It is it's a good time on this channel. It's a lot of fun. I wish I could go into a lot of things. I'm not one that gets into personal things, but I can say this over the last what's it been over the last year and a half. One of the biggest positives of my life has been this channel. This channel doesn't make me. Don't get me wrong, but when I come on here and we do live and we discuss, or I do a video and you guys discuss, pretty cool, man. It is pretty freaking cool. And I really appreciate all you guys. Regardless of the results, we're all Tennessee fans, whether we agree, whether we disagree, whether we see things, whatever way. That's where we're at. The only thing that's left to know, are you Nike or are you Adidas? Leave me a comment in the description on that as well. I know it's a hot topic right now. Thank you guys so much. SEC tournament this week. If it presents itself, I'll be live as much as possible this week. If it's one of those that's middle of the day on Wednesday, it may be kind of hard to do. I'm on my last week of school. I will be done. If I can get through this week, it does not matter the game times the rest of the way. I am live the rest of the way. I got one more week here as well. I will try as much as possible to be live for it. I'll ask, make sure you're here with me along the way. We'll discuss it. We'll dissect it. We'll go wherever we go with it. But I still say this team is not done. I still think we'll get at least to the Super Regionals. We may not get past the Super Regionals, but, if we go back to 2023, the only reason I use this example is because 2023, we won the Clemson Regional. We got to the Supers. We went to Southern Miss. We didn't have to face SEC in either round on that. Could be a blessing in disguise. So we'll see where we're at on that one. And Kyle Beach, we're going to sign off on this one. I like it. The last time we won a national championship, he is referring to football, we were wearing Adidas. That's all I'm saying. LOL. Rock and roll, brother. This is Frank. This is the House of Orange. We'll be back. This team's not done. It is not done. Thank you guys so much for the support. Have a great Saturday. And last but not least, it's still a damn good day to wear the orange.